Assalamu alaikum. I welcome you all to this session. In last class we have discussed regarding the merits of entrepreneurships. We have discussed a few points regarding the merits of entrepreneurship, that they don't have family time, they are taking risk, a lot of risk, and many other points as well. So you can do more research regarding these things. So in this session, in this class, we will discuss the characteristics of successful entrepreneurs. Like if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, which characteristic do you need? Why do you need? And some characteristic naturally you will have, some you need to develop yourself. So if you want to be a business lady, so which characteristic do you need? That's very, very important. Play a very key role in your personal life as well as in your business life. So if you want to start a business, which characteristic do you need? It's not like all people are entrepreneurs. If you see, if you calculate business ladies, business owners, most of them, they are working with someone else. They want to be an employee, not an entrepreneur. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need these characteristics. So first is self-assessment. Now, this point is very easy. Self-assessment is assessing your own personality, your own self, your positive and negative point, your strength and weakness. All of us have our own strength and weakness. We have our positive point and negative point. Some students are very talented in maths, naturally. Some of them are very talented in mathematics. So not everyone can be a doctor, or not everyone can be an engineer, or not everyone can be a scientist. So there are some interest, strength and weakness that students are having. For example, why you choose BBA, so you will know the point why you have chosen this. So this is how, if you are starting an university, let's say you want to do a master degree, so you will see university plus positive and negative point. This point is same. For your own self, you should know your strength, your positive point and your weakness. So you need to work on that. Most people, let's say, they don't have patience. They are aggressive. They can't tolerate. So these are negative points which you need to develop and make it a positive. So positive points are like people are having. Some are very talented, some students are very hardworking, some students, they take everything serious, like their lessons, their time management, their homeworks, many other things. So this is your self-assessment is very important. Now, if you want to start a company, you want to start a business, now you need to assess yourself. Your positive point and your negative point. Can you do that? Can you run this business? Do you have enough patience to tolerate each and every point? Struggle, hard work, dealing with different people, dealing with your staff. Someone is coming late, someone is not coming, someone is shouting on you, let's say they are not working properly. There are different issues you will face. So this is how you will deal with it. Now the next one. Now personal characteristics. Courage. Now I said some students, they have more courage. Let's say, for example, you might have experienced this. If a lecturer asks you a question, you know the answer, but you can't say it, you can't raise your hand. Later on, you have realized that your answer was correct. So this means you don't have a courage, especially in school time. When you see that you know the answer, but because of you feel shy or you don't have courage to start and talk, so you don't give the answer. یعنی شما احساس میکنین که استاد سوال پرسان میکنه، شما جوابش هم میفهمین ولی گفتن نمیتونین، صرف به خاطر از اینکه اونم جرأت گفتن ندارن بعضی شاگردا، بعضی محصلین. So this same thing happen in business as well. Some people, they have more courage, they take calculated risk, they don't think about it. You see Microsoft company, They have put their money in risk. I will show the documentary of Pepsi. Honda, I will share the story of Honda in the class. So that's a very, very successful business, Honda Motors cycle and motor company. So this is courage, willing to take risk in spite of possible loss. So you take calculated risk, you see the loss, then you still take that risk. It needs courage. So if you don't have that courage, it means you will fail. Always you think negative, oh, I might fail in this, in all these issues. Next one is creativity. Creativity, creative, innovative. You are coming with something new, doing something better than your competitors. So you always think, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to be a creative. So if you are not creative, it means you will fail. Let's say, for example, you want to start a family restaurant, and there are already other restaurants in the city. So what you need to do, you need to come with something new idea or innovation. You need to be very, very creative in order to attract more customers and do better from your competitors. So what you do, let's say you can have an open garden. This is a create new idea and a creative. So you are doing something new. You are testing something new in your food. Let's say you put some spice. You want to test some powder. You are changing the way you cook rice or meat or whatever you are making. You are changing that. So you are thinking outside the box. So you are not always thinking regarding, oh, I want to cook rice in the same way for whole life. No, you want to change something specially. Regarding creative, I will share a story. My sister, she tried to cook chicken in a new way. So my dad got angry and said, please cook on the same way. یعنی منم چیزی که پیش پخته میکنین قسم پخته کنین کارای نوتانم میگم بالای ما امتحان نکنین چی قسم پخته میکنین. So خواهرم میخواستن که یک چیز نو یک طریقه نو پخته کنه. So this is how you need to be creative in a business. You need to think outside the box, not always thinking in the same. So you need to be creative every year. New innovation. Now let's say you know Sony Ericsson. Now that company is not in the market. The reason is they were not creative, they were not innovative. They didn't have a new model of phones. They couldn't meet the needs and wants of customer needs and wants were changing. They couldn't compete in the market. Now what happened? That company went bust. So it's closed. There is not, you can't see Sony Ericsson phone. I think there was one company, Fuji Film, I think Kodak. If you remember cameras with the film, yes. So they were using this film, so they didn't change. Now we know that photos, studios, everything has been changed. So you don't need a film in a camera. You just put chip in all these issues. So they couldn't compete in the market. They were not innovative. So if you don't have innovative, if your service is always the same, every time we come, same service, every month, every year, same service. So what will happen? Your customer will feel bored and they will change the preference and they will go to your competitors. Especially decoration as well. So if you go to a restaurant after 2-3 years, it's the same decoration. So people are getting bored. So what they do, every year they change. They are coming with a new idea, creative open sky restaurant, garden restaurant, family garden, or whatever. Same thing in clothes design. The same thing might be in beauty parlor. So if you are doing same fashion, using same creams and all this design every year, so they will feel bored. So the market will be changing, needs and wants are changing, so you must change according to the needs and wants of your customers. Next one is curiosity. Now curiosity is like to desire, learn and ask questions. Now most of the students, some of the students are more curious. Like they always want to ask questions. So if they don't know, they say, sir, can you explain? I didn't understand. What do you mean by this? So they always want to learn something, curious about doing something better. Okay, if a lecturer said you have this task, she's just thinking about the task, working hard, so she's thinking outside the box, not the task that lecturer has given. She's doing more research. For example, if I give you a task, find successful entrepreneurs, some of your students will say, oh, it's okay, I don't need it. But some students, they will curious, okay, let me find out who is the successful entrepreneur in the world, male, female, who is making more money, which story is amazing story. So they will go on researching books, titles, journals, websites to find out. They are more curious to find new ways, new ideas, new stories, amazing stories, successful stories, why companies failed. So they are curious. So same thing will happen to an entrepreneur. You need to be very curious. You need to learn something new. You need to adapt yourself to a new situation, a new environment, new business. Let's say, for example, you started a restaurant or a beauty parlor with 2 workers, 2 employees. Later on, you had 2-3 branches. Now you are having 10-15 employees. Now, what do? You need to learn something new, how to deal with 15 employees. Their personal feelings, personal issues, personal problem, racism, and all these issues. So you need to adopt, you need to learn how to deal with different people from different culture and different background. So this, if you don't desire to learn, you don't want to learn from your employees, you're just spending your time, it means you will fail. Now the next one is determination, refusing to quit in spite of obstacle. Determination is very simple. You want to do something, you see the challenges, but still you don't quit, you start that business. I'll give you an example. You have a very good idea, you have a budget, but your brother or your, let's say your husband or someone say, no, I don't, it's not a good idea. Your family members, no, you can't do this business. They are telling you not to start that business. So what you do, if you are a successful entrepreneur, you don't listen to them. You just say, okay, this is a very good idea. You share with maybe experts. They say a good idea. You don't listen to someone else. That's it. You start a business, you go for it. And you implement your idea. There are many companies, you say, they wanted to start a company. Their friends and family said, you can't do this, you can't run this company. This is not a very good idea. Please quiet, don't worry about it. Even this Microsoft guy, Bill Gates, his friends were asking not to do that business. There are many other companies that their friends and family said, you can't make money, it's not a good idea. Don't just waste your time, waste your money in this business, leave that business. So these are obstacles which you will face, social obstacles. As a female, if you want to start a company, business in Afghanistan, you're facing social issues. Cultural issue is another obstacle. Oh, female is running a business. Female is my boss. Oh, I need to work under a female boss. Oh, manager is a female. So these are cultural issues which we are facing. These are obstacles you face in the society. Especially, people think that everything needs to be controlled by male. Females can't run a business. They can't be an owner of a business, or they can't have a house or property or a business. So that's a cultural issue we have. Husbands think that they just need to earn money. They don't need to take money from their wife, and all the money should not come. The wife should not have an income or anything. So these are cultural obstacles which you will face in society. I'm sure if you want to start a business, if you share with your family members, some might have positive ideas, some might have a negative point, and they will face security issue you are facing, obstacles, security obstacles, documentation, social, culture, all these issues you need to consider. As successful entrepreneurs, what they do, with having all these issues and obstacles, they are running that business. Now the next one, discipline. Discipline is Very simple. You can know from the name. Discipline means you need to stay focused. You need to work hard. You must meet the deadline. Let's say some students are very disciplined. When you give them a task, they just do it. They think, okay, this is the assignments given by a lecturer, this is the timeline, this is the deadline, we need to make it. They follow it. They are very disciplined, especially females. This is a truth which we need to accept. They are very disciplined regarding their lecture, regarding their notes, regarding the way they write, the way they prepare themselves for exams, the way they ask lecturer. So this is a discipline. Entrepreneur needs to be very disciplined. So if you want to start a business, you need to be very hardworking. Okay, your deadline of income, your deadline of expenses, your deadline for salaries, income tax, and all these issues. So you need to stay focused on your business. Okay, this is my business. I'm running this business. This is the deadline for this. This is the deadline for this. Let's say you want to construct a building. You have a construction company. You don't have a deadline. You just start the business. You started the building, and one day one guy is coming, another is not coming, painter is not coming, electrician is not coming, some other issues. So you have given the deadline to your customers that I will build this house for you in 1 year, but you didn't meet. You spent 1.5 years, so it means 6 months more. It will increase your cost. It will increase your cost and decrease your profit and dissatisfy your customers, because you said to me, I will make this house, I will build this house for you in 1 year, and you took 1.5 years. So it means next time I will not prefer your company to another friends or all, because I will say no, they are wasting time, they are not disciplined. So this is very easy. Empathy is being sensitive to the thoughts and feelings of others. If you are a boss, if you are running a company, you need to be very, very sensitive regarding personal feelings of your employees. Some employees, they don't like jokes. Some employees, they are very, very sensitive regarding their personal questions. They don't want to share. You need to feel sickness, personal family issues. Let's say your employee is having a family issue, someone died in her family or his family, and you are asking him or her to come to the office. This is not possible. An entrepreneur needs to be very, very sensitive regarding this point. He or she needs to be sensitive, think about the feeling of their employees. Let's say you have an employee, Eid is coming, you don't care. You say, okay, I don't want to give holiday for my employees in Eid, which is a holiday. Let's say in a country, in someone else, Christmas, you have a Christian employees, you don't give them holiday in Christmas. So it means you are not sensitive. You don't respect their religion or whatever. You don't feel whatever personal issue in all these points. So the next one is empathy. Enthusiasm, being passionate about something, ability to see problem as opportunity. If you are not passionate about something, يعني یک رشته را فکر کنین، مثال یک رشته را هیچ خوش نداره، آیا او را تا میتونین لیسانس در رشته تان نپیش ببرین؟ نمیتونین. چرا که یک چیز دلخواهتان یا مثلا یک رشته دلخواهتان نباشه، او را کجا پیش برده میتونین؟ بسیار مسئولینی هستند که مثلا طب انتخاب میکنن ولی پیش برده نمیتونن، پیش از پیش مثبت و منفی پوینت‌های مثبت و منفی را نمیفهمند. They don't know their positive and negative points. What happened? After 3-4 years, they are still in the first semester. They are not passionate about it. They just say, oh, I don't like this. Even in job, if you go to a job, you hire, you go in, the environment is very boring for you, you are not passionate about your job, you can't perform well. So your performance will decrease day by day. This will happen because you are not enthusiastic about it. You don't have a passion, you don't like the job, you feel bored. Oh, at home, oh, again I need to go university, again I need to see. Same thing happen with lecturers. You might not like some of lecturers, the way they teach. you don't passion, it's feel bored. So as an entrepreneur, you need to be very, very passionate about your job. You need to be very hard working personality to work for your business. It's very, very important. If it's boring for you, the business is boring, definitely you will fail, because you don't like to do something new. You are not creative, you are not disciplined, you don't have empathy, you don't care about your business. So what will happen? You fail. Now next one is flexibility. Flexibility is the way new situations, willing to change. I said, if you are having 5 employees, next time you are having 10, 15, 20 employees, 100 employees from different background, different religion, different culture, different country. Now you need to be very, very flexible. You need to change yourself according to the situation, according to the time, and all these issues. The last one, which is very, very important point, not in your business life, in your personal life, in everything, honesty. Honesty play a very, very key role in your business, in your personal life, in your family life. So commitment, truthful. You need to be very, very sincere to your business. You need to be very honest to your employees. You need to be very honest to your business. You need to be very honest to your supplier. You need to be very honest to your customers. You don't want to cheat them. You don't want to. You see some businesses, they are cheating their customers by telling lie. They say, let's say the product is not original. They say, oh, it's a very, for example, let's say perfume. You're buying perfume, let's say which one is a good company. I think Chanel. You're buying a Chanel and it's not original. Sorry, you are selling a Chanel, it's not original, and you are telling your customer it's original, it's from a top company, this is not fake, and this and that and this. But you are not honest, because you said lie to your customers. It's not original, and you are selling original Chanel perfume, let's say Gucci, D&G, Armani, Dolce & Gabbana, or whatever. So the last one is, as I said, honesty play a very key role. We all know what is honesty. So these are few characteristics which, as a successful entrepreneur, you need. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be a business lady running your business, please adopt these personalities. So you all need to. If you are having, that's a very good idea. If you don't have some of them, you need to develop your personality. Next class, we will talk about segmentation, targeting, and positioning.